Good morning, children. This is A. Manoj Kumar, working in Oxford High School, Pugunduru. Welcome to social class. We have been discussing about Rampur, a village economy. In this session, I am going to explain very important topic, that to be examination point of view. This is very important. Organization of production. Organization of production. If you want to continue your production activities, then land is most crucial factor to continue your production activities. Already last session I explained you. Okay, the aim of production is to produce more goods, isn't it or not? Tell me. So, especially industrialists, business persons, how they are producing goods. They first of all they wanted to get the profits. Okay, na? That to be, if they produce more goods, then more consumers will purchase, isn't it or not? See, the aim of production is to produce goods and services that people need. So, this is very important. People's having different needs. According to their needs, business persons are producing goods. For example, farmers, why they are producing agriculture? Why they are producing paddy? That is my question. Because people surely every day they have to eat. So that if they produce paddy, everybody will buy the paddy, isn't it or not? So according to their needs, not only agriculture. So if you see any business, by seeing the needs of the people, they are producing the goods. Okay. The producer requires a n number of items to fulfill the production, to finish the production, isn't it or not? Suppose I am doing any kind of business, one kind of parts business, then raw materials I have to collect. That means clay I have to collect. Afterwards, by using the machine, then I have to make the part. One process is there. Okay, these can be classified as follows. So first requirement is, if you wanted to do any kind of production activities, then four requirements is essential. How many requirements are essential? Four requirements. What are they? Land, labor, capital, knowledge. What are they? Land, labor, okay, capital, knowledge. Regarding land, we already discussed it. Rampur, then lands are existed. So regarding that water resources, everything we discussed. So here, first of all, land. First requirement is land, and other natural resources such as water, then forests, minerals, everything we need. We have read about how land and water are used for farming in Rampur. So, if you wanted to do farming without land, without water, there is no possibility. That is also one kind of business. Farming also one kind of business. Ultimate goal of farmers is to attain profit. Okay, na? According to their need, they will retain some crops. Then remaining crops they sell in the market, they will get the profit. Isn't it or not? So, regarding the land, we already discussed. Second requirement is labor. Okay, na? So here we need manual labor, or else some areas, some professionals, some industries need. Isn't it or not? Okay, na? So both the manual requirement as well as professional requirement essential for business perspective. Suppose you started a industry. In your industry, you need manual labor as well as knowledgeable persons. That means professionals. Okay, see, the second requirement is labor. That is the people who will do the work. Some production activities require highly trained and talented people, isn't it or not? Suppose software. If you take software, so some professionals, some knowledgeable persons only they will solve the projects, isn't it or not? In software, generally they are finishing the projects by using their brains. Okay, na? Then perform the necessary tasks by using their brains. They fulfill their desired tasks, attained, targeted, tasks. Tasks means work. Other activities require workers who can do manual work. Some industries need only manual workers. Okay, both professionals requirement is somewhat essential. Then some industries more manual laborers that industry required. Each worker is providing the necessary labor for production. If you see an industry, if you take one industry, in that industry, everybody from top to bottom, everybody contributing in the production process. Isn't it or not? So, labor refers to all human effort in production, not just manual labor. Whether they are engineers, managers, accountants, supervisors, machine operators, then common labor. Okay, na? That means casual labor. All are providing labor for a factory. Everybody contributing. Isn't it or not? So that finally final product will come due to the efforts of all those people. Okay, na? Finally they will sell it in the market. Okay. Then third requirement is capital. Up to now regarding land, then regarding labor, I explained you third requirement is capital. If you wanted to continue business activities or start business activities, money is the primary aspect. Capital, money in technically what we call as capital. Suppose if you wanted to start a business, initial capital is required that business, isn't it or not? So the third requirement is capital. The variety of inputs required at every stage during production. If you wanted to continue production activities in every stage, you should use the money. Without the money, production activities won't continue. It is not possible to continue production activities without money. In every stage, which is essential, money is essential. Labor is essential. Without land, there is no possibility to construct industry. Land is essential. Labor is essential. The most important thing is money. Suppose if you wanted to purchase a tool, machines, or okay, then land, then by the time what is required? Money is required. If you see tools, machines, and buildings, these are called as fixed capital. Then these capital again distinguished into two types: fixed capital and working capital. Okay, so which things comes under fixed capital? Buildings, machines, tools. These are all comes under fixed capital. These fixed capital also called as physical capital. Fixed capital also called as physical capital. Why, sir? These are called as fixed capital. Suppose if you purchase machines, okay, then these machines useful to many years. If you purchase land, that land useful for many years. If you purchase, okay, tools, these tools, okay, useful for many years. Isn't it or not? If you purchase the machines today, then throw it out next day, no. Okay, then we are taking the services of land, machine for so many years, isn't it or not? So that these buildings, machines, tools are called as fixed capital or physical capital. Next one is working capital. What is working capital? On the production process, we should invest some amount. Okay, we should invest some amount, and we required raw materials. These money as well as raw materials combinedly called as working capital. Okay, so if you continuing any kind of business activities, cash in hand is very essential. Suppose a machine struck, then immediately repair is needed. That machine, you have to do the repair to that machine. By that time, some amount from that dryer you will take out and invest to repair activities you will perform, isn't it or not? So immediately you will do the repairing activities. So by that time you are using the cash in hand. That cash in hand, these raw materials, all together we can say working capital. Do you understand? So for continuing business activities, working capital also playing predominant role. Do you understand? Okay, now then raw materials and money required. Various raw materials such as iron used by the weaver, and the clay used by the potter are used up in the production. Suppose if you wanted to do the production without raw materials, is it possible to make a final product? No. If you wanted to, okay, then produce one, blanket. Initially, you collect threads, yarn. Then after that, making some production processes, finally, final product blanket will, then you are able to so make, isn't it or not? So which is required? Yes, raw materials and cash in hand, that all together we can say yes. So working capital, that also required. Do you understand regarding fixed capital and working capital? Okay, now fourth requirement is knowledge. Okay, the fourth requirement is knowledge and enterprise. Suppose you have land, you have labor, then you have capital. Then how to use systematically, okay na? How to use rationally, proportionally, smartly. So these are the important things we have to see. Suppose I have a lot of money, but suppose I am unable to use it properly, then money will be wasted. Okay, so to be able to use land, labor, physical capital in a meaningful way to produce some goods or services, knowledge and confidence both are essentially required. If I have knowledge, if I have confidence, by that time surely I will succeed in the business. Even though you have land, labor, capital, then you don't have knowledge, that means you don't have confidence in the business, then finally you are not succeeding in the business. Always, if you invest somewhere else, then always do confidence, maintain the confidence. With that confidence will surely takes you and bring you very good result. Okay na? Then owners of the physical capital or managers hired by them provide this knowledge. Who will provide the knowledge? Generally managers. Different if you go to the industry area, then different segments having different managers. These different managers are rendering their services. They are hired by the owners. Okay, and beautifully, systematically, they are organizing the industry. That's why finally industry get the profits. Okay, due to their smartness. The owners also have to bear the risks. Business in the sense, owners have to bear the risks. Then some extent they will profits will come. Then some extent losses will occur. Okay na? Then before venturing in the business, so they have to bear the losses also. Okay na? So whether the goods and services are produced for sale in the market. Okay, then suppose if you produce the goods, how to sell in the market? That is the question. Next point arises. How smartly you have to market the produced goods? That is the question arises. Smart people can sell these goods perfectly in the outside market, isn't it or not? So, hence the entrepreneurs who produce for the market have to plan, organize, and manage. Entrepreneurs in the sense, entrepreneurs could be farmers, shopkeepers, small scale manufacturers, service providers. Okay, then service providers like doctors, lawyers, these are all comes under entrepreneurs category. These entrepreneurs systematically they plan for organization and manage the organization systematically, and they will bring the success to the business. Okay na? So entrepreneur means a knowledgeable business person. Okay now, whether he is agriculturist or service provider, so that is not a criteria. So they many earn a profit or could suffer a loss. Some extent, just now I pointed out, some extent they may incur so profits, they may incur losses. Okay, every production is organized by people or entrepreneurs combining the elements of land, labor, and physical capital. These are known as factors of production. Very, very important. Remember this one. Every production is organized by people or entrepreneurs combining the elements of land, labor, then capital and knowledge. These are all together we can say factors of production. In this session, what I explained you regarding factors of production, I explained you land, labor, capital, physical capital, that means the fixed capital, and working capital. Regarding both, I explained you. Finally, then the fourth requirement is knowledge and entrepreneur. Examination point of view, this is factors of production is very important. For a 4 marks question, repeatedly he is asking, okay, this factors of production. Once you go through in your textbook, open textbook, thoroughly read each and every line. Do you understand? Okay, thank you.